This conference will now be recorded.
Hello guys, welcome back. So now here in this session, I'm going to show you guys how to configure Dunning program. So we'll see practically how the configurations. Now here, so you need to log in here to SAP, and then how to configure Dunning, guys. Use a transaction code FBMP. Press enter. So here already multiple procedures are created, but anyway we have to create our own procedure. Okay, and as I told you, like of course, like company code wise different procedures are going to be created. In the sense, you need to configure Dunning program. Why? Because different requirement will be there, right? Requirement in the sense, now let's suppose for Tata Motor, first of all click on new procedure. So what is the code? A 4-digit code we are going to give for this Dunning procedure. So let's suppose our you give like PM00 itself. I'm going to give here. Okay, and here a description supposed to be given. Now Dunning interval in days. So what we have to give, guys, Dunning interval in days. If you guys are able to remember, in the previous session I told you that let's suppose if you have to send a reminder later. So for this one, like this already become overdue by a margin of 25 days, right? So Dunning interval in days means, like, first of all we are going to, I'll just do one thing, Dunning interval in days, right? And then just wait for a second, guys. Just wait for a second.
This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so sorry guys, I got a call in between. So anyway, the video was paused, so like there won't be any gap. Now here, so we were talking about Dunning interval in days, right? Now before that, Dunning level. First of all, I'll explain Dunning level. Then you guys will be. Then I'll explain this Dunning interval in days. So Dunning level means, first of all, now this reminder. Let's suppose we are going to send a reminder letter to the customer. So now here the question is, how many reminders are going to be sent to a customer? So it could be like 2 reminder, 3 reminder, 4 reminder, 8 reminder, right? So there should be some limitations, right? So now here, let's suppose if the client is saying that Tata Motors says like 3 reminder is the maximum one, or 4 reminder. So that is going to be given where? That is going to be given where? In Dunning level. Dunning level means how many reminders. So 3 reminder or 4 reminder, it could be anything, or 5 reminder. So now here we are going to give 3. Now there is one more thing. During interview there will be a question that how many maximum reminder, like what is the maximum Dunning level which we can enter here in SAP? What should be the maximum level? So I'll tell you guys. Now look at here. What is the length of this field? Right? The length of this field is 1 digit only. 1 digit only. And what is the highest number of 1 digit, guys? Of course, it is 9. Of course, it is going to be, what is the highest number? It is 9. So here, the maximum Dunning level will be what? It should be 9. Not more than this. It cannot be like 10, 11, 12, nothing. The maximum Dunning level means it is going to be 9 only. This is what is acceptable here in SAP, guys. Apart from this, there is no any other. If let's suppose if somebody asks like if I have to send 10 reminder, not possible. Okay, so now here maximum is 9, but generally 9 reminder, who is going to send 9 reminder? Because in 3 or 4 reminder itself we will come to know that customer is there in the mood of making payment or not, right? So here 3, 4, in some of the cases even 2 reminder also I have seen. Like if you talk about my implementations, whatever implementations I have done till now, or whichever project I have worked upon, so 2, 3, 4, this is what I have seen. So now here I have given 3 reminder. Now again the question is, so now I'll come back here on this Dunning interval in days. So dunning interval in days like means what? So if 3 reminders like we are going to send, so it doesn't mean that first reminder I have sent today and second reminder I'm going to send tomorrow and third reminder day after tomorrow. No, we have to give some time also, right? There should be some gap in between this reminder, right? There should be some interval between the first reminder and second reminder, right? So interval in the sense like a break supposed to be there. Today I have sent and tomorrow again I'm going to send a next reminder. That where is the time to the customer to reply and all, right? So now what should be the gap? What should be the interval between the first reminder and second reminder? Say for example 10 days or 15 days or 20 days. So this is going to be given here in dunning interval in days. And apart from this, what we are going to enter, guys, there is one more thing, grace period and all. I'll explain, guys. Don't worry. First of all, we'll what to say, set up the procedure and then I'll code the example and then I'll come back here. So now here, so or else like if we'll give the grace period also. This days in arrear, what is this days in arrear, guys? Once I generate the letter there, I'll show you. So here, so first of all, like dunning interval in days, 10 days, in the sense like whatever the gap is there from between one letter to second letter, that is, and dunning level means how many letters are going to be sent to the customer, how many reminders. Grace period is already explained in the previous introduction session, guys. So first of all, like here what we have given, dunning level. So and then dunning interval. So dunning interval is 10 days. And grace period, that is like let's suppose 5 days. So that I have given 5 days, right? Now, apart from this, nothing else, guys. This holiday calendars and all, like let's suppose if grace period is 5 days we have given, right? So in this 5 days, it means we are saying that once the invoices are going to be due, it become due today. So today itself, I'm not going to escalate this things to the customer. I'll wait for 5 days, right? Now this 5 days means what? Are we going to give like overall 5 days or 5 working days I'm talking about? So this is also if like Tata Motors sales department is going to discuss with the customer, initially itself these all agreement will be there with the customers that, or Tata Motor will have a particular, like they have already decided a rule that okay, we are going to give only 5 days as a grace what is a period to the every customers, and that to 5 working day. So 5 working day means what, guys? In this 5 days, let's suppose continuously 5 days if you are going to count, in between 3 days holidays is there, then what will happen, right? So that is supposed to be excluded. Now how SAP will come to know that this 3 days so and so that holiday is there? So for that, what is happening, guys, from HR side, like your HR consultant is going to define a calendar. So in that all these things will be there. So that calendar is going to be assigned here. So generally, if you have to assign any calendar, we are going to assign the standard calendar, that is 0 and you can assign, or else you just keep it blank itself, because even if you're going to assign this calendar also, there is no much impact, right? But yes, here you have to apply a check mark. Standard transactions means whichever the standard transactions are there, that is going to, system is going to check the whatever the transactions are going to be posted, right? So system will check all the transactions. And apart from this, here, okay, so now here reference dunning procedure for text. Now reference dunning procedure for text, guys, generally what is happening? Look at here, this dunning text. Here on dunning text, what is happening, guys? In dunning text, generally we are going to assign the dunning form, right? At the same time, let's suppose we have, if you want to take a reference of a dunning, what to say, text which is already defined for a different company code, then you can give that reference. Here we are going to give that dunning procedure, but generally in real time we don't give anything here, because for every company code a different text will be there, guys. So if you press enter, automatically system is going to copy the dunning procedure which I have given. I think it is gone, so I'll have to log in again. So if you talk about the configurations, guys, look at here. The configuration is a matter of seconds, matter of few seconds, right? Configuration is a matter of few seconds only. But if you talk about the explanations, it may take 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes as well. FBMP transaction code, and here this is already, you are already maintaining. Okay, so since the connectivity got broken, right, so system is saying that you are already maintaining this dunning procedure. It means it is logged by me only. So look at here, new entry is not appearing. So what is the solution, guys? When you guys are going to do the practice, let's suppose, and if you're having, most likely you guys will be having the online server. So in that case, what is happening? This message even you also can get. You are already maintaining this dunning procedure. In between, like if connectivity issues are there, right? So in that case, what you have to do, guys, go to again SM12 and delete the log. Press enter here, and then delete. Even like I was supposed to delete my log itself, but no issues. This is a practice server itself, right? So now use FBMP once again. Sorry, I have to use / and FBMP because we are already there in one screen. Now look at here, new procedure came. So team 00, and here I have given like how many days interval, guys? 10 days. And how many level, in the sense how many reminder? 3 reminders. Apart from this, grace period means, let's suppose 5 days, I'm going to give as a grace period, and then check mark. Here all the standard transactions are going to be included here. And then I told don't give anything here in reference field, guys. You press enter, so automatically system is going to copy this current running procedure itself in the reference field. Now what will happen, the next one is you need to click here on dunning level. Just press enter here. Okay, so here days in arrear. Okay, you try to understand this concept, guys. Days in arrear means I'll tell you now. The days in arrear, generally, how to explain this. Okay, I'll show you guys. Like once the letter is going to be generated, there what will happen, guys? This days in arrear is going to appear. So at that point of time, if I'm going to explain, then you guys will be having perfect understanding. Right now, what is happening? Look at here, days in arrear. It's showing 5, 15, and 25. What does it mean? 5, 15, 25. I said like if let's suppose, okay, if let's suppose if any item become due today, right? If it is become due today, then when it is going to be, like when we are going to send the reminder, so 0 means today plus 5, right? So 0 plus 5, it means on fifth day, the first reminder is supposed to be sent. And then what is happening, guys? 5 plus 10 days gap supposed to be there. So on 15th day, second reminder is supposed to be sent. And then 15 plus 10 on 25th days, third reminder is supposed to be sent. Why I have given 0 plus 5, guys? Because we are having 5 days grace period also. So let's suppose this line item, it become due today. But when we are going to send the first reminder later, guys, on 5 days we have to wait, right? So on this day, first reminder, this day, second reminder, and this day, third reminder. Practically, I'm going to show you guys, don't worry. So this is what it is on here, right? First level on this day, second this day, and third this day. The more details, as I told you, once I run this dunning program and all, once the letter is getting generated, there I'll show you again with I'll code the example, live example. We'll post the invoice and then I'll show you. So right now, configurations we have to do, guys. After configurations, the testing is going to be. Now here, charges. Click on charges and then give your currency, whatever the currency is there that you can give, your company code currency you're going to give. Now, so here charges means what, guys? Let's suppose if we are going to if the customer has not made payment on time, this is why this reminder is going to be generated and it is going to be sent to the customer, guys. So are you going to charge any penalty as well because they are like they have failed to make payment on time? So how much penalty we can charge? Right, it's a kind of fine amount you can say, or it's like it's a penalty you can say. So how much you are going to charge? So it depends. It depends. Means if you talk about my current client, so they are charging small amount only. Small amount means they are saying that okay, whatever the courier charges are there, that is going to be so that we have given here, or else it depends upon client, even they can charge a certain amount. So how much amount is going to be charged, guys, that is going to be explained, that is going to be disclosed by your client itself. I'm going to give certain amount. So now I have given 50. 50 means what? 50 means 50 INR here, whatever your currency is there. If you have maintained USD currency, then 50 USD, 50 GBP, AUD, whatever currency is there, right? So now charges means, again, you'll be having options like during first reminder, how much? During second reminder, how much? During third reminder, how much? So here you have to give first, second, and third. This is the level, right? 50 and then 100 and then let's suppose 200. Like that we can give. Okay. So generally, if you talk like once you have to configure this dunning procedure, let's suppose in real time, in that case, what will happen, guys? These details we are not going to provide by ourselves. We have to take input from clients, in the sense like from Tata Motor, whoever the what do you say, from Tata Motor finance department, finance team is going to designate a particular person to whom we have to get all these details and all, right? That person is going to provide all the details. So now what will happen, guys? So here we are going to, you have to ask each and everything, right? You have to ask each and everything that okay, you tell me that during first reminder, are you going to charge any amount? During second reminder, are you going to charge any amount? Or during third reminder? So like, and how much amount you are going to charge? Same amount or like different amounts? So that is going to be explained by your client. Now this 50, 100, and 200. Right, even in percentage also you can, but percentage means like, let's suppose if the invoice amount is more and your percentage we are going to give. So in that case, charges, dunning charges, even like if the invoice amount is 50 lakh and here 1% is specified, so that is also going to be huge, right? So generally it depends upon client, whatever they are going to, whatever their what to say, as per their inputs we have to configure. Now so here these are the charges I have specified. Now again there should be some restrictions also. Restrictions means, what about the charges? Let's suppose if the invoice amount itself is pretty small and on that you are going to charge certain penalty which is almost 20% of the invoice amount or 30% of the invoice amount. Is it feasible? This is not feasible at all. This is not like good at all. So here we are going to specify certain restrictions. Restrictions means, let's suppose if the invoice amount is 500 or more than 500, then only these charges are applicable, or else I'll specify a different amount here, guys. I'll specify 1000. Okay, if the invoice amount is 1000 or more than 1000, then only these charges are applicable, or else if it is less than 1000, then these charges are not applicable. Press enter. Now then here minimum amount. Minimum amount is, we are going to specify again. Here you have to second and third reminder, right? So here, guys, now minimum amount, like if you're going to run a dunning program, right? So dunning program, and here what is happening, guys? System found that whatever the overall outstanding amount is there, that is quite less. It is like only 1000. It is only 500. So why to run this dunning program for the sake of a small amount, guys? Right? So here you can provide certain restrictions that okay, this dunning procedure is going to be run by system only if the overall outstanding balance is equal or more than this limits, this amount, right? So generally in real time, what is happening, guys, since the customer will always, they'll be having lots of overdue items and all. So generally such kind of criteria, like we are going to specify a small amount here, right? But generally such kind of situation never come in the sense, like, because every company is having lots of invoices. Like, let's suppose some of the invoice become due today, this invoice is going to be due over, this is going to be overdue tomorrow again, and multiple other overdue invoices also will be there, right? So, and multiple invoices are going to be overdue in coming, what is the future and all. So, but still you can give a small amount, like, okay, this is, if this is the total amount, and if the, like, let's suppose overall outstanding balance is going to exceed this, then only system is going to run this. So a small amount is going to specify here, guys. Now I'll come back on dunning text. So give your company code and press enter. So look at here, guys. You need to keep here, you just give your company code, click on new company code. So here, you give your company code once again, and then look at here, this is our company code. You can specify dunning area and level, it's okay. You can specify a check mark here and then save it, Control S. Okay, you just do one thing, guys, click on back button and then you click on yes, because here, now here it is going to be saved. Okay, and then what, guys? So again we came back. Now once again you need to click on dunning text, press enter. Now here you have to give, so this is level 1, level 2 and level 3, and here we are going to assign, what, guys? Here we are going to assign a dunning form. Okay, now so here you have to assign the dunning form. Which dunning form is going to be assigned, guys? So as I told you, whenever let's suppose whenever a letter is getting generated, dunning letter is getting generated, right? Sorry, whenever we are going to run the dunning program, then what will happen? A letter is going to be generated. A reminder letter is going to be generated automatically by SAP. Okay, so now how dunning letter is going to be generated, guys? So that is based on this form only, which we are going to assign here. We are going to assign some certain form here. Now the question is how to develop this form. Who is going to develop this form? How we are going to get this form here, right? So I'll tell you guys now in SAP. So everything cannot be done by you people. You guys are functional consultant, right? You are a finance consultant. Finance consultant is a functional consultant. If like whatever other consultant is there, like SD consultant, consultant, these all are functional consultant. Apart from this, we are having one more person, one more like module called ABAP. This is called ABAP module. So what about these people? What exactly they are going to do? So they are going to do the development. Which development, guys? If any development is report related, let's suppose if any reports are supposed to be required to be developed. Multiple standard reports are there into SAP, guys. It doesn't mean that it is going to meet the requirements. So we are having like we can customize also the report as per client requirement. So who is going to do this development, guys? It is going to be done by a web consultant, right? Likewise, we are talking about dunning form. So dunning form, who is going to develop this dunning form, guys? So this is going to be developed by your web consultant itself. Form in the sense, like there'll be, like let's suppose they are going to develop a form here. Multiple things will be there in this form. Like let's suppose first of all here, like logo will be there, client logo will be there, then here phone number, right? Then the fax number, right? Then email ID, or else like complete address, you can say email ID, or else like at bottom here, this is called footer. So here also they can specify the corporate office address and all. Here they are going to specify dear customer, this is to notify, or else like, so dear customer in the sense like the customer name supposed to appear here in this field, right? Certain fixed text is going to appear. So now if you talk about this logo or his phone number, fax number, email ID, For every reminder letter, these things are going to be fixed only. Okay, this is a fixed value. Now, if you talk about the customer name, so now what is happening, guys? How system is going to bring this customer name? So customer name is going to be updated by, this is going to be taken by system from certain table. In SAP, whichever transactions we are posting, whichever configurations we are posting, guys, these things are going to be stored somewhere. Where it is going to be stored, guys? It is going to be stored in a particular table. So I think if I go in details, then we are going to distract like the topic. We are going to deviate from this turning topic and all. So I'll not explain. I'll not say much about this table and all. I'll record a separate lecture. I'll try to record a separate lecture on this table and all later in the upcoming, what to say, this one lectures. Right now we'll talk about this Dunning form. So Dunning form is what, guys? It is a development object. It is supposed to be developed. So development means like here, let's suppose I said like certain fixed line will be there. Like let's suppose dear customer, right? And let's suppose this is so notify you that okay, XYZ, whatever it is. So now this line will be there in every letter, right? This line will be in every letter. This is going to be, so this is called fixed contents, right? So in ABAP language, it is called like these things are going to be hard coded. It is going to be hard coded. Hard coded means in the form itself, in Dunning form itself, it is going to be written by a web consultant. So once the system is going to trigger this form, then this fixed text will be there for every letter. But if you talk about here the customer name, multiple customers are there, guys. So in every letter, different names supposed to be appeared. So how this name is coming from, guys? For that, a web consultant is going to write certain logic. Okay, and based on the logic, system is going to trigger the name from SAP. So here there is no fixed, nothing is fixed, right? Here only the fixed contents is there. Here also, let's suppose again they are going to specify some 5 lines or 6 line standard contents will be there. So those things are hard coded one, in the sense it is fixed contents, right? But here the customer name is going to be, it is like for every letter different customer name will be there. But here these part, this is called like body part, right? Letter body. So this letter body will be like this text will be fixed only. Now here what will happen, guys? Here we are going to specify, generally I was supposed to make it like little bit it was like here there should be more and more space, right? But anyway, no issues. So here what is happening, fixed contents will be there, and then here we are going to specify which invoice got overdue. So that invoice number also supposed to appear, amount also supposed to appear. It become overdue by a margin of how many days, that is also supposed to appear. So now this cannot be hard coded, guys. Why? Because for every letter a different value is going to appear. So for such kind of things, what is happening, guys? A web consultant is going to write certain logic from which table it is going to come. How system is going to find out which invoices like is going to be. So there's some logic is going to be written by those people, right? And ABAP is, again, it's a very huge module, guys, from technical side, isn't it? And at this point of time, you can be expert of only one thing. You can't be expert of each and everything, right? And even in real time also, like once you become a consultant, that is why the roles and responsibilities are segregated, right? You're working as a finance consultant, somebody is working as a consultant, somebody is working as a SD consultant, likewise somebody is working as a web consultant. So everybody are like in every module, guys, lots of things are there to explore, and lots of things are there to learn. Even if you spend 20 years also, still as I told you in the previous section also, that we can say that I become experts, because lots of country specific settings are also there, right? And SAP, like every time they keep on adding some new features and all, so that also you need to update it if required. Generally, if you are the part of support project, then most likely you need to upgrade your knowledge only if your client is switching from one version to other versions. Or else I've seen there are multiple people who is sitting in the same project for last 8 years. I'm having one example where there is a client, there is a there is a one consultant is there for last 12 years. He is the part of same project, because that project is there with my organizations, right? Almost like for last 12-15 years they are taking support from my company itself, and that guy, like initially itself he joined, he become the part of those project, and still he is working in the same in the same project, right? And still that client is using the oldest version itself. They have not like gone for the upgradations and all. So what about the knowledge? He doesn't require to upgrade. If he is like looking for the change and all, in that case of course people are going to may ask the upgraded things and all. But since he is the part of that project itself, so now he's quite comfortable. Why? Because upgradations are not required. Later on, if the client is decided to upgrade further, then of course new functionalities are going to be added. So in that case he also need to upgrade. So for that, what will happen, guys? Again, whichever company, let's suppose if he is working in Infosys, IBM, or whichever, then a KT session is going to be conducted, right? In the sense like some senior consultant will be coming from different project, and these people will give some KT and all, and they're going to upgrade. So anyway, guys, I think I deviated from this one. So what I'm saying, guys, form is going to be developed by a web consultant, and that form is going to be assigned here, right? So I will just do one thing. Is it like gone again, or it's there? No, it's there. So click on running text, and then here you assign a form. You just do one thing. Anyway, click here. I'm going to get a form. So I'm going to use standard form. Okay, we are not having it that this. Double click here. Yes, I'm going to use this form. Okay, I'm going to use this form. So this is a standard form given by SAP. Generally in real time also, what happens, guys, if the consultant has to start up their development, so in that case most likely they just take the reference of already like predefined form. They are going to take the reference, they'll copy that, and then in that they started doing changes. Most likely that is what like I have observed, right? Everybody are having their different way of working, guys, right? But most likely they will take the reference of the existing form and they'll copy it, and they are going to, and then they are going to start their development. So that what will happen, guys, they can save some time. Or else if they're starting from scratch, it means it's going to take too much time. So now here in this form is going to be assigned here. Okay, in all three levels. Now there might be a question. Which question, guys? The question is the same form I have assigned in this level 1, level 2, and level 3. So it means the same contents or same letter is going to be printed during like all three. This one? During all three level, guys? No, it's not like that. When we are going to same, only one single form is going to be developed by your web consultant. But in that itself, like if we are going to, if you run this stunning program and if the first letter got generated, then the form will be having different text and different this one. Whereas during second reminder, again it is going to be written over there itself. This is the second reminder, third reminder. So changes will be there. That I'll show you guys practically. So here what you have to do, guys, is just, so what we have done, we have assigned the form, and now save it. So this is how you have to define your dunning procedure, guys. This is how you have to define the dunning procedure. Now what next? So after defining this dunning procedure, you have to assign this dunning procedure to where, guys? So it is going to be assigned to the customer master directory. Okay, you have to assign this dunning procedure to the customer master. So when so what will happen here, guys? Now generally whenever we are going to run the dunning program and all, system is going to trigger this dunning procedure from customer master itself. I'll just do one thing. XD02 right? So what is our customer? Let me check it. Here the company code TM00. Press enter. Where to assign this dunning procedure, guys? Click on company code data, and here we are having correspondence. So in this field, we are going to assign the dunning procedure. Which dunning procedure? TM00. Okay, that's it. So now what we have done, guys, we have assigned the dunning procedure against the customer master. Now what next, guys? The next one is testing part. It means we have to post invoices, and we'll run this dunning program and all, and we'll see how the letters are going to be generated. So again, I'll just create some scenarios, and then we'll run this dunning program. This is how you guys will be having understanding. Simply, if I run that what is a dunning program, we'll see like how system is going to calculate the page in area, like how system is going to what do you say, consider this grace days and all. These are all things we are going to see in next session. So next session is the testing part. So that's all in this session, guys.